I mean, one of the things that I'm really concerned about is that is if it's just liberals who diss end times beliefs, then it's very easy. People say, well, it's not surprising you don't believe in it. You don't believe in the Bible anyway. But if in fact people are saying, look, I believe in the scriptures. I believe, you list it, second coming, virgin birth, everything, miracles, walk on water. Yeah, I'm there. Absolutely, absolutely. And yet I actually think the rapture is wrong as taught. I actually, then hopefully it might just prompt a few people to say, oh, okay, I can't quite dismiss that as readily as I would if you just stood up and said, "Oh, all scripture is a human construct," and therefore I don't believe in a second coming. And so my hope is to have conversations. But I am aware that sometimes when I am talking to fellow evangelicals, you can see shutters drop down because I realise I've gone off message. And I think that's something that we do need to challenge, the sort of on and off message thing, because I think there are certain things that become kind of like received wisdom. And I think some of it is very questionable scripturally by people that love the Bible, love the scriptures.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, I respect their love for the scriptures. I'm just saying, guys, you create this composite antichrist, blah, blah, blah. But actually, let's sit down with the Bible and, well, there he is, there he is, there he is. There he might be. There he might be. Yeah. Daniel 7. Okay. Tell me why he's there, because you preach him as if it was all there in one go, and we've got the same Bible, and he isn't, is he? He actually isn't, guys. So let's talk a little bit about it, because if you're wrong on this, you might be getting quite a wrong impression about this. And if I'm wrong, well, you tell me why I'm wrong.
Right, and use the word to do it.
Yeah, and I exactly, and I think that a lot of people, we all do it to some extent. We kind of deal with composites. We've all kind of pulled a bit from here, there, and everywhere in the Bible, and we all do it to some extent, consciously and unconsciously. And we often have composite figures of all sorts of stuff. Lots of us do the same with the Gospels. We kind of meld them all together, and we in our own heads, and that's fine. I'm not saying that's a problem. And suddenly you sit down and say, I wonder why John didn't mention that at all. Oh, okay. Maybe I need to explore that. I wonder why that was such a big issue for Luke. Doesn't mean to say I do or don't believe it, but it's kind of like, that's really interesting. I wonder why that wasn't a big deal in John's teaching. Why is that a big thing for Mark? So it's not some kind of highfalutin liberal criticism. It's just, let's read the scripture as it actually is, as opposed to what we've actually made it be. Mm-hmm. I think it's a challenge sometimes.
Oh, for sure, because we don't know what we're reading. We take it literally, or I don't know. I don't know of many cases where we're allegorizing things that are to be taken literally. I guess I haven't run into that as much as I have run into people taking literally that which was intended to be allegory.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Revelation is the classic on that one, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. But people are very inconsistent. They jump from one to the other. But the numerology, as I mentioned in the book, is quite extraordinary. Times and times and half a times. Well, that obviously is 3.5 years, okay, or 3.5 days. And if it's days, those are days, 24 hour, or are those days in which each hour, it's a year. But is that an actual year or 1,000 years? And if we were consistent, it would be interesting. But we're not. We actually leap from one to the other, depending upon what makes our timetable works. And I think we have to sometimes say, that's really inconsistent. That's got to be bad exegesis, surely.
Surely.